Live. Maybe I'm live. It says I'm going live. I'm going to keep my hands up until it says I'm live. I'm live! Until it says I'm live. I'm live! I'm live! All right. How do I? Oh, there we go. Whew. Sorry, guys. Hey, welcome everyone. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dave and Sam and Thrifty and Mountain Crest and who else is here? Other people are here. Hey. Hey, Isaac. How's it going? What are you doing? Hey, Isaac, I saw your dad and your brother work on his Ford pick-em-up truck earlier today. You need to get involved with that sometime and help them. How's that? Can you guys see me? Oh, such a rush. I forgot my jokes. I'm gonna have to go some jokes off of memory. Hopefully, you guys can get through that. Oh, thank you. It's pretty warm today. It is 78 degrees and sunny. It's too late tonight. Oh, hey, Oliver. Sorry, Isaac. I suppose it is too late to work on the truck tonight, but maybe you can help him another day. Oh, so let's see. Things are exciting at work. I have 2 positions open, and I've been interviewing people, and we have a lot of great candidates. It's going to be a tough decision, but it's exciting. We have some great internal candidates and a couple good external candidates. Oh, let's see. I think I need to turn this. Maybe it is. Yes, new help would be great. Why I'm excited to have an internal. I'm going to try to push for an internal and an external candidate. Internal, our campus is 500 acres with many. Try hitting the refresh there on the buffering. Sometimes that helps. Hit the refresh. Our campus is 500 plus acres and dozens of buildings, many of them over 1 million square feet. And the conventional wisdom is it takes a full year to learn your way around campus. Oliver is a colleague of mine. He may have a comment on that. Does it take Oliver, do you think, a full year to learn your way around our campus? All right. So I want you guys, I repeat, do not spell the word part backwards, as in this is a part. Don't spell it backwards, because if you do, it's a trap. That's so stupid. Oh, all right. It's a trap. Shoot. All right. So last weekend, I had a very eventful weekend. Oh, it was the holiday weekend. Yeah, it was the holiday weekend. I went up to Jason, the Northwest Sawyer. I went up to his property out in Estacada, Oregon, which is about an hour or so east of here. And hey, Brandon. Admiral Akbar. So I went out to Yes, I went and I played Sticks and Lincoln Logs. I haven't edited my video yet. I'm still in the process. I basically turned my phone on. Hey, Jim. Turned my phone on record and moved it around. So I have several hours of video to get through and lots of good gems. Jason is a pro and was able to edit his video and get it up same day. So you guys can go out there to Northwest Sawyer's and see a preview of what we did. But we used my new chainsaw mill and milled up a cedar log he had. And I got 4 slabs out of it, and I got the bottom and top cut too. And I believe the bottom and top I'm going to leave rough on one side and make a couple benches for my property, for my property. I live in the city. It's a city lot. But make a couple of benches, which will be really nice. And the cedar, 8 foot long. I am enjoying my mill. Well, I got 2, and I've used each of my mills once. And I want to do more milling, and I will. But anyway, I got 4 8-foot slabs that are, no, I'm not going to go anywhere. 4 8-foot slabs about this wide. Depending on your screen, it's either impressive or it's not. No, about 24 inches wide, 8 feet long. But unfortunately, there's some rot going through 1/3 of the way up. So I think I have about 5 feet of good, usable 24-inch wide cedar live edge. Yeah, Sam, hey, Brad. That's what people joke, is that I'll get a bandsaw mill. But to be honest, I don't have the space for a bandsaw mill. I don't have anywhere to park it or store it, or even use it. I live on a city lot. If I had some acreage, I could. Or Gary could have a bandsaw mill down at the coast. They're sitting on, I got a front yard. I do have a front yard. And that's, yeah, Dave, I can just park it over your place. Yeah, Brandon's seen my front yard. It's pretty small. Not to take out a fence to get it in there. But anyway, if we're letting the cat out of the bag, I would probably, before I get a bandsaw mill, unless I move to another place, I would probably pick up like a Stihl 880, 120cc chainsaw, and do a bigger bandsaw mill. Not bandsaw, a bigger chainsaw mill. Because right now I can mill up to 26 inches, I think, on my current setup. And on an 880, I see your question, Brandon. I'll answer that here in a second. With an 880, it says you can go up to a 59-inch bar, basically a 16-inch bar, and drop down 4 inches, so you 55-inch wide logs. That's pretty big indeed. To be honest, someone would have to probably hire me to mill anything that big. I don't think I'd come across it on my own. But so let me get back to this weekend story. So milled that wood. It's great. I'm gonna probably butterfly 2 of those slabs and make a 5 foot by 4 foot table for my back patio, and take the other 2 slabs and probably make 2 5-foot long benches just for that table, and then a metal base. So that'll be really nice. So I did that on Saturday, and then Sunday I went up into the Tillamook forest, which is I have a patio, Dave is it's just full of stuff right now. So anyway, I went up to the Tillamook forest with a wood cutting permit, and yes, if you go another 20 minutes, Sam, you get to the cheese factory. Anyway, I went up to the forest and I scouted out the weekend before. I scouted out a couple of really nice logs, probably bigger than what I could do. A couple big Doug firs that are down. And my idea was I was going to edge mill them to get them down to 24 inches, so I could mill it. But my 461, my still 461 I picked up from the gentleman in Tillamook a couple weeks prior, burned up, scored a cylinder. And so when we were doing that cedar at Jason's on Saturday, the very last cut, I mean, literally an inch to go, saw died. Can't restart it. There's no compression. I didn't know what to do. It's like I'm going up to the woods the next day. Yeah, 461's a pro saw. So anyway, from a gentleman down in Tillamook, and Tillamook is a dairy area because of Tillamook Cheese Factory, but it's also a logging area. And so I bought it from this guy who does small engine repairs out of his garage. And I got a hold of him and said, "Hey, man, you know, the cylinder's scorched, and anyway." So he said, "Bring it down, and he'll rebuild it for free and give it back to me." So Monday, I drove it down to Tillamook and dropped it off. And the guy is rebuilding it right now, or he's rebuilding this week. And the idea is I can pick it up this weekend. So his first thought was the gasket at the bottom of the cylinder had either a tear or a leak, and it sucked in air and it ran lean. And he said that he has heard of that happening in the past, and that's his first suspect. So Brandon, do a refresh on your stream. Do a refresh, and that should fix the buffering. Sam, try a refresh on your screen and see if that. Sam, try a refresh on your screen. Sam, try a refresh on your screen. Sam, try a refresh. Yeah, so he wasn't, that was just a suspicion. So, but he said he'd rebuild it. So that's good. What I might do is I haven't decided yet. What I might do is just take it into a local shop and ask them to do a tune-up on the saw and see if they do a tune-up, if anything comes of it. It also was a bit hot rodded before, meaning the muffler was swapped out, so there's more flow. Um, it was changed from a 7-tooth to an 8-tooth sprocket. So I asked him to put the 7-tooth if he had a 7-tooth, to put a 7-tooth back on. That'll run the chain slower. And something done with the ignition beforehand. A Still 461. I believe it's a 76 cc saw that I just picked up, and it basically burned up. Yeah, Brandon, I've gone to the Pape machinery to buy bar and chain, because it came with a 32-inch bar, and I bought a 25-inch bar. So I was thinking of bringing it into them and see if how much just a tune-up would cost, and then hopefully the tune-up would be they'd give it a once over. Not sure what else I could do to it, but I got it for a good deal. Got it for $600, and knew they were $1,200. This has a full wrap bar, a full wrap handle, which was an option. And like I said, whoever owned it before did a little hot rodding to it with a aftermarket muffler, a bigger sprocket, and a different ignition in it. Anyway, so that's exciting. Yeah. Well, hey, Bob, how's it going? Nice to see you stop by. It was Wrangle Star. He doesn't live too far from me. I don't know exactly where he lives, but I know he is in Washington, close to the Columbia River, slightly east, maybe across from the Dalles or someplace like that. Yeah, everything I read, Sam, everything I read, Brandon, about the 461 is it's a good saw. So I'm not upset about it, especially since the guy's rebuilding it for me, and I think I got a good deal. I saw Buckin Bay, Billy Bay, what have yeah. But when you guys were talking earlier about joking with me getting a bandsaw mill, yeah, I probably wouldn't get a bandsaw mill unless I get some property. But I could easily be tempted to pick up like a Still 880 or something like that, in a bigger mill. I have a winch for this mill. I haven't tried it yet. I mean, I've only used it once. Sam. uh, yeah, yeah. Brandon, Harbor Freight does sell a bandsaw mill. It's like $1,900, and there's a guy here in Oregon, has a YouTube channel, Grizz 270, I think, or some variation of name. He's down outside of Salem, which is about 45 minutes, an hour south of here. And he has that mill, but he used the power head and upper portion, but he fabbed up his own frame to roll on, because I think it only comes with a 12-foot section. So I think fabbed up a 20-foot long rail system, and he mills. And in fact, he gave me an invitation to come down to his property and try out my bandsaw mill down there. Not my bandsaw mill, my chainsaw mill down there. So I will probably set something up with him sometime this summer and head down and do a little collaboration with Grizz 270. So that'd be cool. Yeah, an 880 is $2,000, but it's a big saw. But a bandsaw mill, a stationary cheap one, is $2,000, and then you go up from there. Like that mill Jason has at Northwest Sawyer. It's their LT35, and I believe that's a $28,000-$30,000 mill. They're not cheap. Those bandsaw mills are not cheap. And his is a Wood-Mizer mill that's kind of just mid-tier. I mean, it's a really nice mill, but it's their kind of mid-level one, I believe. Maybe upper 2/3 level. Yeah. The Homestead one being a stationary mill, Sam, as opposed to a portable one on a trailer with the hydraulics. Not the tradesman. I can't think of his name. The gentleman, some of you may know him, the gentleman who built a timber frame barn, who fell from the second story. He had a stationary mill that was all mechanical, there's no hydraulics in it. Bob, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Get some rest. Lance worked you like a dog. Did you play fetch? Did you sit and roll over? The tradesman. Yes, the tradesman. Yes, thank you. An LT15 with a trailer package. Ditch digging. It's a lot of work. Well, bandsaw only gets you smoother cuts and quicker, Dave. You really can't go much wider than. Well, I guess you can go wider. You can go wider on those stationary ones, but the travel trailer ones, they don't go that wide. Only like 30, 35 inches. Bob, I think those trenchers are a great deal to rent. I couldn't do it. I had to dig a trench a while back. Whew. Quicker is the deal. Yeah, quicker is the deal. Yeah. Yeah. My mindset, Dave, is a chainsaw mill allows me to take it with me, like when I go firewood cutting, and I can find some stuff and mill while I'm collecting firewood. And it's something I want to do with Gary. As you guys know, Gary, the bearded woodworker. And he lives 3 hours away. And I don't see doing a bandsaw mill. And I don't have a tractor. I don't have a place for a tractor to move logs, to set them on a mill and all that. But I can fall trees and mill them right there in the woods into manageable pieces that Gary and I could move. So I completely agree with you, Dave, that bandsaw mill is quicker. You get some really nice cuts. You get very consistent cuts. And if I was going to be in the milling business, that's the way I would go. But as a hobbyist that wants to play with wood and whatnot, chainsaw might be the way to go for me. That's the way I'm leaning. It's the way I'm leaning. Wow, this half hour has just flown by awfully quick. Looks like 12 of you are here. Yeah, Sam, I'm so impressed with those bandsaw mills. I really am. And like, for you, it might be a great little setup to have a little bandsaw mill. You got some property, you got some space. You have access to trees through your brother's property. I'm not sure how you would move them back to yours. But, you know, yeah. Yep. So I did put out a video earlier this week of my experience on Sunday up in the woods. I don't think I have a link in the description, but I could. I also, let's see if I can stall long enough and babble long enough that I can find a link and throw it up in the notes here. And let's see if that worked. There you go. Check that video out. I show you I show you how I use my crane on my old truck. Worked out pretty good. That's probably the most successful thing this weekend was using my crane. Yeah. Hey, Kevin. What kind of groceries did you get? Hey, Ohio. Thanks for coming by. Yeah. Let's see. Whoa. That's weird. That is weird. Babble. Let's babble and babble some more. We'll babble, and you guys will go, what the heck is he doing? He's babbling. Yeah, the crane really did work out well. Dog food, toilet paper, and burger. One hamburger. Kevin, is that all you got? Pie. Oh, man, I want some pie. Maybe I'll go get some ice cream at the little store up the street. I put the link for that the beard oil company that I'm affiliate with for you bearded brothers and bearded sisters out there who need a little beard oil or beard balm. Check them out. So I've come up on my 30 minutes, folks. Thank you all for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Now I do have to go get ice cream. I'm going to sign off. What am I working on? Well, I am working on some chainsaw mill work. I am going to be building a table for my back patio, and I have to finish up some other stuff here, welding for a buddy. Um, that would be the welding for a buddy, is what Brandon said there. All right. Peace out, everyone. Good night. Take care and be nice to one another. Hold the door open for strangers.